Welcome back, everyone. This is Pineleaf, and I am here in the entrance to Moria with Petronella Turner, where today we are going to be starting our Moria content. Hello there.
Stand and speak with me. The fate of Khazad-dûm hangs in the balance.
Welcome to Moria, Petronella. You join us at a momentous time. I am the master of the expedition group here in Endurance Threshold. Other expedition groups have already moved further into the depths of Khazad-dûm. Alright. They're finding it difficult to do some stuff, so I need to assist a few dwarves. What else is new? And what do you need assistance with?
If only the elves were not so stiff-necked, we might make a swift victory of this endeavor.
Oh there, friend. You don't see anything moving in my bed, do you? My sleep has been quite disturbed of late by the feeling of something crawling across my skin. I refuse to lay beneath those blankets again until I am assured there is nothing alive within them. Take a look for me, Petronella. I dare not touch the blankets. Right, okie dokie. Well then, let's have a look at the bedding. And apparently the bed bugs here in Moria are quite large. Alright. That was the bed bugs.
We will reclaim Khazad-dûm for thine Ironfoot.
This is intolerable. Insects rustling around where I lay my head is quite unacceptable. It cannot be borne, I tell you. Where did those hideous little things come from? We have hardly been here for a day and already we are infested. I think now I shall need a thorough wash. Well, just a suggestion. Don't get your thorough wash the same way that Bingo is apparently doing, because he fell into a river and is below here somewhere. But, what else? What did we open up a deed or something? Deed bestowed. Quest in the Great Delving. Alright. 15. Alright, that will be the minimum number of quests I do in the Great Delving then, I presume. Now that includes Dolphin View and a couple other places in there, so that'll cover quite a bit. Hello, Rothel, what's the problem?
Khazad-dûm belongs to Durin's folk.
Those poor dwarves. They met their doom before they could feast their eyes upon the splendor of Moria. Our victory over this gate is bittersweet one for me. I would like to honor the fallen, Petronella. Perhaps you can plant a banner at the graves so that we will remember their bravery and sacrifice. I suppose I can do that. Let us go outside and honor the fallen. In honor of that first quest, I'll have the beetle as my companion. But let us go and find these graves and plop on a nice memorial banner. Of course, that's way down here. Guess they wanted to be a little bit apart from the entrance. Now, I would think, though, that if they weren't being swift, they would have done burials in stone rather than in dirt. But there you go. A banner to honor the dwarves that fell to the wash. Then again, it's possible that these are just mounds and that the dwarves aren't actually there because, of course, the Watcher took the dwarves and probably made a meal of them, literally. So perhaps that's the reason. Well, I guess that's all the more reason to do it with stones. Have sort of a stone memorial cairn or something like that. Oh well. I am back from honoring the fallen.
We will reclaim Khazad-dûm for thine Ironfoot.
That was a good deed, Petronella. Thank you for honoring my stalwart friends. I hope they will rest in the sight of the halls of their forefathers. go. Hey, Gamley, look what I found! Wow. Never even knew a dwarf could jump that high. Alright, now, where were we? We need to... Oh, yeah. Head up there. Good day. Othniels, I presume?
We will not retreat before anyone.
Ah, hello, Petronella. We are off to a rough start here, to be sure, but is that not an exciting time? Already we've excavated these most impressive forges. Would you like to help me set up shop? Oh, don't worry. Hey, be careful, the fires are hot. The dwarves of Moria knew what they were doing when they created these things. Yep. So, I need to collect dull blades. Now, seeing how we have these things that... How long have they been sitting here, I wonder? Now, actually, if they've been sitting here all this time and not doing anything, I would think that rust would more likely be a problem than being dulled. Of course, if they were already a little dulled, maybe they could have been brought here in the intention of repair. Now, that's assuming that the dwarves didn't bring them here, but they wouldn't bring a whole bunch of dull blades. Well, unless, of course, they were used in the feudal fight against the Watcher, in which case, I suppose they could have been dulled by that. And then, of course, would have had time to rust afterwards. Okay, I'll go with that story. Now, I don't think I'm a metalsmith of any sort. Out of curiosity. Yep, definitely not a metalsmith of any sort. At least I won't have to worry about stopping around doing crafting stuff if I never bothered doing anything crafting-wise. And we restore. And soon enough, we'll have 6 shiny new blades that were repaired by a complete novice. Yes. When we have all these expert dwarf metalworkers all around here. Well, at least more expert than I am.
Durin's folk will defy Durin's bane.
That is fine work. I can tell it was forged in Moria. The improvement is remarkable already. And you think that if I could forge something well here in Moria, what the dwarves will be able to do? To stun.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
Yes, we're off to a better start now. Good. What next?
We have little time to speak. Great events have been set in motion.
Find Tubby Thickfist at the top of the great stair there, and I believe he has some work for me. Very well. To be or not to be? That is the question. Good day there. I heard that you need a little bit of help with something.
Balin came, but we have heard no word from him.
Ah, I am glad someone with some skill of a warrior has come. I am afraid this tunnel has quite unnerved me. Some dwarves have already gone forth under the NEI supervision, but they have not yet returned. Oh, that's always bad. What do you need now?
We can only hope that Durin's bane sleeps deeply.
Many of our expedition have pressed forward, for better or worse, but 2 were supposed to return, and they have not. Will you seek them out? First, we have Dagfiend. He made for Shemeldr many hours ago and has not yet returned. See, Shemeldr, whatever. And
if we drive the orcs from Khazad-dûm, will it be enough?
If you have to pass the Chamber of Deep Thought while in search of my friends, would you mind investigating it? Such a place will hold many relics that would be invaluable to our dwarves. Okay, I suppose I could do that. Deep Thought. Well, then I guess we could find out the answer, right? Good. Well, then, ooh, a curious cocoon. And what's in this curious cocoon? A spider's in the curious cocoon. Well, okay, well, so much for any thoughts of going stealthy or anything like that. Oh, alright, I guess I can get this one. Oh yeah, remember, I got 2 tiers of critical chains now. Alright, 1. New deed, Spider Slayer. Speaking of Spider Slayer, how am I doing? Every once in a while I check these things, how I'm doing on my spider killing skills. And always saying, what? This view? What? This view? The enmity of the spiders for hobbit stature. 1 more spider to kill for that. But that means I still have the entirety of enmity of the spiders too before I get my little trip to the Shire. Well, at least... well, actually... never lose an opportunity to kill a goblin. Chieftain Lurch. Hey, you have anything on you? Distilled Atlas Essence. How about distilled death? There you go, and... well... there you go. Oh, actually... wasn't I supposed to... now I think of it, that quest is activated by that dwarf fax. I always miss that dwarf fax. In fact... okay, this axe is dwarf make and looks to have been abandoned recently. Perhaps one of the dwarf expeditioners encountered something. I have forgotten that axe on so many occasions. And in fact, the only time I absolutely remember doing it was my last time through, where...
it is said that Durin's Bane dwells here, though we have not seen it.
though someone actually had to show it to me and showed it. Oh, there's an axe there? I didn't know about that. So, therefore, let's see. 51. Nah. And that's pretty much Bjorning stuff. Okay, fine. Yeah, sorry about that. Now, we'll take care of the axe thing when the goblin respawns. I have killed this goblin on several occasions. Actually, you don't have to kill the goblin, it looks like. Hey, let's see if we can burgle the goblin again. I have failed. Oh, that's because I took all the stuff last time. And, ooh. You survived that. Well then, there's only one thing I can do about that. Kill you anyway. Hello?
The House of Durin will live forever!
I am a silly old fool for rushing out here without any help, but I thought this mad goblin was just up here by himself. Little did I know, the goblin is skilled in combat. He has spoken madness since then of a tribe lurking in the darkness, somewhere near, led by a mysterious voice from the darkness. It is something he fears greatly. Do not worry about me. This leg is not as bad as it looks. Go to let Tubi know of the goblins and the voice. Those are far more troublesome than this nick in my leg. Okay, fine. As soon as I find the other dwarf that's missing, who should be down this way, into Shimmel. I keep on forgetting how you do the J's in. in Tolkien. So let's see. Shimildri. Shimildri. Drie. Actually, no, because I made that as a consonant. No. Shimildurj. Yeah, okay. Shimildurj sounds more like it. As a consonant, the J sounds more appropriate. Okay. Hello.
These halls will be great once more.
Oh, you startled me. Oh, I am sorry. I just cannot stop hunting. There are these treasures in this room, stowed away somewhere. My father gave me this map of this place and passed it to me. I meant only to come in and explore, but, well, I cannot walk away in hopes of buried treasure. Can you look for me? Yeah, fine. Look for buried treasure. Any treasure here? Alright. I've come into Moria. So far, I've dug for treasure. I have dug the final ceremonial pieces of rock to get in. I have crafted weapons. And without any training at all. Wow. This is extraordinary. What a weird place Moria is. And I'm just thinking how great you'll be at mining and prospecting all that stuff if you were actually trained to do it. Maybe they gave me a crash course as we were coming in. That could explain a thing or two. A crash course. Now, it's only effective if you have tools that are from Moria or something like this, because they know that if you are new to it, you're less likely to be able to do things well improvised. Well, maybe not. At least doing a decent job of it. But that's it for that. And I am rambling, aren't I?
These halls will be great once more.
You found nothing? I don't believe it. The treasure map is all my life. I cannot accept that it led here just to find it empty. Okay, fine. Even though that goblins have owned this place for how long? I don't know. But a bit. I found your missing dwarves.
Balin came, but we have heard no word from him.
I found one who's too busy digging treasure. That fool! Just because he treasured a map for a lifetime does not mean that the map was ever going to be accurate. Cheval George is likely to be as dry as a bone by now. I hope he returns soon to take some rest. And I also found the other missing dwarf whose axe was stolen by a goblin.
I'm not sure Khazad-dûm can be restored.
What
orcs have surely ruined it.
What Combi says is disturbing. A goblin tribe this close to the entrance bothers me. We cannot safely reclaim Moria with such an impending threat. I am curious as to the nature of this voice as well. We must do what we can to locate their camp. While Moria contains many unsleeping things that disappear into the darkness, goblins are not one of them.
I doubt that Lord Balin still lives.
According to Combi, the chieftain said to go through the broken wall above the eastern stairs. We must see if this goblin tribe does, in fact, lurk in the shadows. I also want to know more about this voice the chieftain was afraid of. Head to the east, through the crack, and locate that tribe. Which is, of course, what we will do in the next episode of Piney Plays The Burglar.